Right now at 5, the father of the Abundant Life Christian school shooter returns to court, what the judge decided during today's hearing.
And Madison School District's superintendent holds a roundtable. More on the district's priorities and projects for the upcoming year.
Plus, giving Dane County kids school supplies. We're live as volunteers hand out all of our Stuff the Bus campaign donations. That's all straight ahead tonight at 5. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Susan Simon.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. Eric Franke is off tonight. The father of the Abundant Life Christian school shooter was back in Dane County Court today. Last December, Natalie Ruppnow killed one student, a teacher, and injured 6 others when she brought 2 guns to school.
But despite a motion to dismiss the case, today the judge continued with proceedings as planned, pushing the date back on that dismissal. Our Kyle Pazorski explains it all.
Yeah, today the motion to dismiss the case against Jeffrey Ruppnow was brought on Monday, but like you said, Judge Ellen Burst today deciding to schedule it for later on this year. What did happen today was work to clarify Ruppnow's bond conditions. The first was over if Ruppnow can contact people to tell them about a planned celebration of life for his daughter Natalie, the shooter. A condition of his bond states he may not have any contact with Abundant Life Christian School. Judge Burst saying the same does not apply to any individuals he may want to tell about the celebration of life.
To the best of my review of the bond, there was no request or order for specific individuals to not be contacted.
Along with this, also decided today is that Ruppnow will need to continue wearing an ankle monitor as the case proceeds. Judge Burrs denying an appeal from Ruppnow's attorney after District Attorney Ismail Ozain argued it was the only way to make sure he didn't show up at the school. And again, Judge Burrs not deciding on the new motion to dismiss today at least. A hearing on that one will now take place on December 1st.
Kyle, thank you. The man accused of killing 3 people also went before a judge today. A criminal complaint says Virgil Thu shot and killed his girlfriend, his 13-year-old cousin, and a 12-year-old in December. After that, police say Thu went on the run for more than a week. Earlier today, Thu waived the preliminary hearing and is expected back in court in October. Meanwhile, the victim's family members are still trying to figure out why this happened.
I was okay until he was allowed to look at us. Seeing his face made me go from 0 to 1,000. I would like him hooked to a lie detector test and let me ask him questions so I can get the right answer so I know why my daughter and these other 2 innocent women were killed.
If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic abuse, there are resources available. You can call the Domestic Abuse Intervention Services 24/7 helpline. If you're not comfortable calling, you can text them at the number on the bottom of your screen.
And now turning to the weather, it's been beautiful out and cooler temperatures in the forecast, but will we see any rain?
Alex, what are our chances for that?
Our chances yesterday, tiny chances as we look at the next 7 days. Just that small chance Friday night. It's a small chance, but it is a chance of showers and thunderstorms as a cold front comes in from the north and from the west. And it's that cold front that's going to get those temperatures to dip. And I've even dipped them a little bit further down to 67 degrees. That's all we're going to do for a high temperature on Monday. This is going to be a taste of fall-like weather, but I'm listening here. I'm not hearing any complaints, and I doubt that we're going to get any of them as we move from that hot, humid, muggy stuff with all the storms into this really beautiful stretch of weather that's ahead. Now, as we transition, though, towards these cooler temperatures, we still have all that moisture near the surface, calm winds, clear skies at night. We've had patchy, dense fog, and we're going to see that again as we go into Friday morning. So in a few minutes when you join me next, I'll talk about the visibilities and how low those visibilities could get as we go into Friday morning and into Saturday morning, and then we'll track that line of thunderstorms coming in from the west and northwest for Friday evening, and we'll let folks know who will see those storms in, who will not, and we might actually have a guest appearance as well. That's coming up.
All right, Alex, thank you. The Madison School District is just about 2 weeks away now from the start of the new school year.
It's so hard to believe, but before students head back to class, Superintendent Joe Gothard sat down for a roundtable with journalists. Our Ellie LaLiberte was there today and joins us with more.
Yeah, we discussed a variety of topics today, and that includes funding. Now, as the Trump administration has threatened to dismantle the Department of Education, I asked Gothard how he plans to maintain services that rely on federal dollars as uncertainty looms.
Students and families and staff are expecting to do this work, and we haven't been deterred one bit, just knowing that we would have to find other means to provide the funding for that if we weren't to receive it from the federal government. At this time, I expect and anticipate that we will be fully reimbursed.
Gothard also called out a, quote, lack of support from the state. This year, the district is expecting to receive $12 million less than last year.
With only 49 coming from the state, with 34 million coming from the federal government, the rest of it comes from local property taxpayers. And we're grateful for them, but I'm hearing from them as well, knowing how difficult it continues to be to sustain that.
We saw that ask to taxpayers last year when voters approved $100 million for operational costs and $507 million for facility upgrades. Today, Gothard says he's making sure the facility projects are both on time and on budget. Right now, the district is in phase 1 of designing updates for 5 middle and 2 elementary schools. Construction is expected to start in 2027, and the project aims to have the buildings up and running in 2029. I asked Gothard how he plans to stay on track.
There are realities, though, of 2024, 2025, and where we're at in terms of some of the supply chain and some of the tariffs. So there are some opportunities for volatility. But I'd like to think that our teams have factored that in, so they've created the space if that were to take place, that we'd be able to account for that.
Today's discussion also touched on the expanded 4K programming, having more teachers heading into the year, and transportation.
Thank you so much, Ellie. And there are also engagement sessions for the first phase of the referendum project next Thursday, August 28th at both Blackhawk Middle School and Shabazz High School.
Applications are now open for the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Foundation scholarships. Students who completed at least 1/2 of their degree or graduation requirements in a media or media-related course of study are encouraged to apply. The 4 scholarships range from $1,500 to $2,500. The deadline for applications is at 4 p.m. on October 31st.
Well, today the Overture Center is hosting its 2nd annual Kids in the Rotunda season announcement party. The free public party kicked off at the Madison Children's Museum with a scavenger hunt, and then kids can dance the evening away with DJ Nick Nice. The Overture Center was there to unveil their 2025-26 Kids in the Rotunda season lineup, and that can be found online at overture.org.
This year, I'm very excited to announce that we're having UW Varsity Pep Band, and Bucky is coming to our first Kids in Rotunda on September 27th. He will be there between the first 2 shows, so from 10:20 to 10:50-ish. He's going to be in Overture Hall main lobby, and then they're going to do a parade down State Street.
The Kids in the Rotunda performance series runs from September 27th through April 25th, featuring local artists. In more back-to-school news, You Help News 3 now stuffed the bus with 800 backpacks worth of school supplies for Dane County students.
Thank you, everybody. And today is the day all the kids are getting all of those things you collected to stuff the bus with us. Our Armand Rahman is live right now, reliving his old school days. Hi, Armand.
That's right, guys. The party is continuing here at the Boys and Girls Club location in Fitchburg. As you can see, right around, probably thinning out of the crowd a little bit here as we went through those school supplies and those backpacks full of them right now. And obviously still a lot of fun activities going on here throughout the evening here and the 2 other locations in the county. I'm joined right now by Amy Fenwick with the Boys and Girls Clubs. Pretty successful year, I'd say. About 800 backpacks that you guys got.
Very, very successful year. One of our best, for sure.
Definitely. And what was your goal for this year?
Our goal was to fill 500 backpacks and serve 500 youth. And we obviously exceeded.
Yes, you did. That's wonderful. That's obviously thanks to the viewers at home with our Stuff the Bus Back to School drive. So, Amy, tell me, it seems that, school supplies really a sought after, maybe some of a hard thing to get for a lot of families here in Dane County.
Oh, absolutely. Rising costs and availability and access. A lot of people, don't have, vehicles to get to stores and stuff. So this is, in the neighborhoods, and it's a really easy way to get some free school supplies so that the kids are prepared.
Definitely. And obviously, as back to school starts, is back to business for Boys and Girls Club. Tell me a little bit about what you guys have coming up here that parents should be aware of.
Yeah, our summer camps are done, and we are getting back into our after-school programming here at the clubs. All of our clubs are enrolling right now, including our McKenzie Regional Workforce Center, and they have the fall programming enrolling as well.
Definitely. Registration open for that right now?
Yep, absolutely. You can find it on our website. Yeah.
Definitely. And obviously, with back to school happening soon, winter right around the corner, tell me what other kind of programming you guys have in store for that.
Yeah, back to school is just like our Coats for Kids, which is coming up. We have a very long drive, about a month long, which starts in September, the first week of September. And we collect coats for about a month. And then we sort through all those coats, get them nice and clean. And we have our Coats for Kids giveaway at the end of October. So that is something that we're looking forward to as well.
Definitely, yes. And you'll have more information for that as well over at channel3000.com as we partner with you guys for that. Amy, seems like today's event was a hit.
Absolutely. Knocked it out of the park.
Definitely did. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And like I said, we'll be here through 6 o'clock here and at other locations as well. They're distributing those 800 backpacks. There's a location in Madison over there. Oh, wow, a ball almost hit my cameraman Beamez there as the kids are playing.
Did somebody
but yes, they have another location over there on the south side of Madison, and then, of course, that location in Sun Prairies where they're having those backpack distributions throughout the rest of this evening. For now, reporting live in Fitchburg, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
All right, Armand, thank you. Have fun. Don't you love when you get your new school supplies? It's so exciting for kids. WISC-TV and Television Wisconsin have completed a major upgrade to our over-the-air broadcasting system with 2 new transmitters. And that means that those of you watching us on an antenna who are experiencing some problems getting our signal you'll need to rescan your TV in order to get the clearer picture. Very easy to do. Just open your TV's menu, select Settings, then choose Channel Scan or Auto Tune. We have all of these instructions at channel3000.com, and these improvements to our signal will only be noticed by viewers, by the way, who watch us over the air. If you watch us on cable, satellite, or streaming, nothing to worry about. You don't have to make any changes at all.
And ahead at 5, Alex tells us about the big cool down on the way.
And high school football is starting up tonight. Sports director Andrew Banstra is live in Madison ahead of the season start.
And then later at 5, the battle over control of Congress is heating up. What Midwestern state is looking to redraw its district maps?
Plus, on Wall Street today, the 3 indexes were down across the board. The Dow lost 153 points, the Nasdaq fell 72.5, and the S&P was down 26 at the close. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, a sure sign that summer is coming to an end. High school football season is just about here.
So unbelievable. We are an hour out from the 2025 season finally kicking off. Sports director Andrew Banstra is at La Follette High School in Madison getting ready for the action on the gridiron. Hey, Andrew.
Yes, Sarah and Susan, today is a great day because football is just about finally here. In about 45 minutes on this field right behind me at Lucier Stadium here at Madison La Follette High School, the Lancers will take on Beloit Memorial to open up week 1 of the high school football season. Hard to believe that is already here. Beloit Memorial and La Follette are 2 teams that aren't looking at last season as inspiration, but as motivation. Memorial lost 5 of their last 6 in 2024, and La Follette lost all but 1 of their games. But if you ask me, that is the beauty of a new year, a completely blank slate. At 6, we'll preview our game of the week when Verona is visited by Sun Prairie East, a Big 8 battle that will be one for the record books. The Wildcats put their 21-game conference win streak at stake, while the Cardinals look to come out of the gates with a bang. Our coverage is just getting started. Coming up at 6, you'll hear from both head coaches in our game of the week. And later on at 10, you can see all the highlights from all the biggest games in our area going on in week 1. For now at Lucier Stadium, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
Sounds great. Thank you, Andrew. Can't wait. Well, there is cooler weather ahead for all the football players as well.
Yeah, a little football weather on the way. Alex, when can we expect it to get a little chillier?
We can expect it to get chilly by the time we get to Sunday. But before getting to Sunday, we have some transitions, and the fog is part of that transition. Thunderstorm chances, small thunderstorm chances, Friday night will transition us early next week to that cool weather, that cool stuff that might be a bit shocking when you see how cool things are going to be. Visibilities as we go into the overnight period, yet another night of fog. We got clear skies, plenty of moisture out there, and light winds. But tonight, it looks like the greater threat for having dense fog is going to be north and west of Madison, out towards Viroqua, out towards Boscobel, out towards the Wisconsin Dells area. As we go through the day, that fog burns off on Friday, but then we get fog again a little bit later Friday night. Take note, 6 o'clock Saturday morning. 3/4 of a mile visibility in the Dells and in Lone Rock. Not quite as dense as what we've been experiencing the past couple of mornings, but nonetheless, you need to take it easy because remember, fog can be dangerous when you get into one of those dense patches. Temperatures tonight, upper 50s to right around 60 degrees, so very comfy temperatures. Our air quality is good, so you can probably give that AC a break if that's something that interests you. And you may be interested in how nice the temperatures will be on Friday. We'll do 78 in Baraboo, 80 in Madison. And this is the last of the warm stuff out ahead of a cold front that's going to bring us thunderstorm chances. We have that tiny chance of that stray shower or storm Friday night. So let's track that cold front coming through the area. Rather unimpressive. We're not expecting widespread strong storms. Could have a shower or thunderstorm up near Camp Douglas or Adams County right around 9 o'clock. As we get to midnight, maybe catching the DeForest area over towards the Mayville area, over towards Juneau and Watertown. And then by the time we get into Saturday morning, 6 o'clock, that's when we have that patchy fog, but the rain chances have pushed off towards the south and towards the east. Speaking of water, we've had a lot of water over the course of the past couple of weeks, but this might surprise you a little bit. For the month, yep, we're up by about 2 inches. For the year, you'd think with all this rain that we've had that we'd be well above normal. We're just 2 inches above normal. So 2 inches shy of just being right there on that cusp of us potentially, if we go into a long period of dry weather, that we may run into drought conditions or at least abnormally dry conditions returning back to the area. That's not going to happen anytime soon. There's that 67 on Monday. That's that chilly fall-like day. That's temperatures that we would normally see in September, late September for that matter. Overnight lows in the upper 40s and then that stretch of temperatures in the lower 70s going all the way out through the end of next week. And if we can come back to me here at the little weather desk, I'm going to invite a friend of mine that came to visit today. Here he comes. This is Connor from the east side of Madison. Connor's going to do a little wave here. Wave to southern Wisconsin there, Connor. Connor and his family came today to see the behind the scenes, how we put all these graphics together. And Connor's interested in being a weather person, right? Well, with that said, you get the clicker and you can take over from here. You're hired. Thanks again for joining us, Connor and family.
Oh, that's so great. Connor,
nice job.
We're going to be able to say we knew you when.
Exactly.
Well, there was some conflict today between the Packers and the Seahawks at their joint practice.
That's right, but there's also some big news when it comes to Jordan Love's recovery. News 3 Now's senior Packers writer Jason Wilde has more.
There's no question that the fights that broke out during the Packers-Seahawks joint practice on Thursday got a lot of attention. They got a lot of attention while they were happening. They got a lot of attention when we talked to players in the locker room afterwards. But there was something else that was really important that happened as well, and that was Jordan Love continued to practice with his thumb that has been surgically repaired, his left non-throwing thumb. He's going to get his stitches out on Saturday. He has made all kinds of progress. At the same time, the results weren't necessarily there. He did a 12-play series in 7-on-7 where there were no pass rushers, so he wasn't in harm's way. And he completed only 3 of 12 passes. He had 2 touchdowns during that red zone period, but it wasn't the most productive 12 plays. And there's probably some value in that for him as well, going up against someone else's number one defense. The Seahawks are a defensive-minded team under Mike McDonald. There was value in that, even though it was the only work that Jordan Love was able to get in. And he also was sneaking awfully close to the fights, which you got to be careful, Jordan, with that hand of yours. That's it from Lambeau Field for today. Don't forget to follow all of our Packers coverage at channel3000.com for free. And while you're there, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter, which sends our Packers coverage directly to your inbox every single day. back to you in the studio.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jason. The Green and Gold will take the field this Saturday to face off against the Seahawks with a 3 p.m. kickoff at Lambeau.
When we come back, residents on the East Coast are bracing for the worst, the dangerous conditions being created from Hurricane Aaron's approach.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Students at Villanova University outside of Philadelphia are on lockdown as police respond to an active shooter situation on their campus.
The university is advising people to move to a secure location and to lock and barricade their doors. Video from social media shows people running from some type of campus event. We don't have any word yet on whether there are any victims. This is a developing situation. We'll continue to provide updates online and on News 3 Now.
President Trump's efforts to expand Republican control of Congress are proceeding in Texas, and it's likely expanding to other GOP-led states.
In the meantime, California lawmakers are moving forward with plans to reshape congressional districts to give Democrats more seats in Congress, while Republicans are also looking at redistricting in Missouri. Hurricane Aaron is moving offshore, but it's still bringing dangerous conditions along the East Coast. The Category 2 storm now fueled waves up to 20 feet tall off of North Carolina's Outer Banks. Drone video captured the ocean rushing under beachfront properties and onto the main road on Hatteras Island. People in Virginia are also bracing for Aaron. Forecasters there say flooding could extend inland, reaching homes and businesses. And Alex is back with a final check of our cooler temperatures on the way when we return.
And be prepared to slow on down as we go into that Friday morning commute. We are expecting some patchy fog across all of southern Wisconsin. Maybe a slight chance of a storm Friday night, and that cold front comes through. And look at the temperatures by early next week. End of September, like in the upper 60s. How about that?
I call it perfect.
Thanks, practically
Alex.
perfect.
Exactly. And thanks for watching News 3 Now at 5. Coming up next is the CBS Evening News.
We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. You can catch us 24/7 streaming on Channel 3000+. Have a good evening, everybody. See you at 6.